What are we doing today?
Mind your own business.
Oh, boom!
Here we are.
Business.
We are doing the maths in IB business.
IB business. Yeah. There's some.
Yeah, there is some, and most of it has featured in your GCSE maths.
Woohoo.
So you should be fine. But we're here to give you a refresher. We're going to be covering percentage change in profit, moving averages, and the line of best fit. Lob, and just very simple rearranging formulas.
It's going to be interesting because we're going to switch between PowerPoints. So, we'll
Stick with us, basically.
See what happens.
So we're going to start with percentage change.
Yeah.
Okay, and you will remember that is change divided by original.
Yep.
Times 100.
It's 100 because it's a percentage.
Yeah.
My total salary expenditure in 2019. So my company that I kind of run on the side when I'm not teaching, I had to pay people £2.4 million last year. Got a lot of people working for me. This year, I'm projecting it's going to be 2.8 million.
Even more money.
Even more money, even though we've been furloughed for so long. What is the percentage change?
Yes. So, the change is the difference. So you've got 2.8 minus 2.4, which means the change is 0.4. The original is what it was first.
So the 2.4 is the original.
Yeah. So
the first bit of information that they give you normally, but not always, so be careful to make sure you know look at the dates.
So we're going to have 0.4 divided by 2.4 times by 100. I'm not going to waste my time changing things into different units and things like that because they're both in the same unit.
Yeah.
You've got 2.4 and you've got 2.8.
Oh,
make sure that they are consistent. So 0.4 divided by 2.4, as we know, is a 6. You might not know that. And that is 16.6 recurring or 16.7% rounded to three significant figures. Now, we're not sure, but in your business exam or business questions, they may specify what they round it to. Mm-hmm. If not, you know that the rule of thumb is 2 decimal places or 3 significant figures.
Yeah, but basically the mechanics of what we did should be exactly the same.
Yeah, so change divided by original. So, profit, percentage profit.
This is your sandwich shop.
This is my sandwich shop.
Oh, yeah.
So, percentage profit is the same as percentage change, but you're looking at the profit divided by the original times by 100. So, it's not actually that different. It's just, it's a gain rather than a loss.
A possible loss.
So, my sandwich shop has a total revenue of 56,000 in 2019.
That's good, yeah.
My total outgoings cost were 53,000. I must be spending some money on artisan bread. Calculate my percentage profit.
Okay.
So, revenue, what is coming into my business, outgoings, what's going out, or costs, what's going out. So we need to find the profit first. So 56,000 minus how much I'm spending will give me my profit.
So £3,000.
So I'm not gaining much. I'm not making much money, people.
Is that the whole year?
That's a whole year. This sandwich shop isn't paying the bills. It's just a nice little pastime for me. So I've got £3,000 in profit.
Yep.
Okay. So profit divided by
the original.
The original.
So that's your 56,000.
Yeah, that's my revenue. How much I'm taking in.
Yep.
How much of that is coming home to me?
Not very much.
So maybe if I just change this slightly and call this revenue, because I'm taking in my money as I'm spending it, but that is what we're going for.
Okay. So we're going to do 3,000 divided by 56,000 and times that by 100. And we get...
Is it nasty?
Oh. I get 5.4% rounded.
Oh, that is bad.
5.4% profit.
That's really sad.
All that work.
5.4%. That's all I'm making. So you would be thinking, if this was your business and you had to make some conclusions upon this year end, you would be saying, Miss Cheeseman, stop spending so much money.
Although-
Maybe cut back a little bit on how much you're spending because you're not making any actual money for yourself.
Although, I mean, we'll leave this to Mr. Bogan to discuss. Because this is a percentage, if that 5.4% represented 20 million, then it might be worth carrying on.
Absolutely.
But we'll leave that to the experts to
Yeah,
discuss.
if this was like Greg's, like around the world, and I was making 56 million from, you know, the 53 million, then I'd be taking home 3 million. I'd be quite happy with that. But then I would, yeah.
Yeah. So that it's a relative term.
Relative,
It's a
I like
it's a
that.
percentage. So bear that in mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
What?
You have to. That's
What,
blown my
maybe-
mind. I don't know why. I just quite enjoyed that. So here's one for you. M&S. That is
Malcolm and Sargent's.
Malcolm and Sargent's.
Yep.
Total revenue for 2018 was 66 million. Their total cost was 48.6 million. Their percentage profit in 2019 was 23.8%. Compare their percentage profit in 2018 to 2019.
Too much information.
Whoa. But that is what the majority of you probably think. Far too much information. So I've got revenue at that much.
Yep.
Costs at that much, and I've got a percentage for 2019, and I need to keyword compare. So we'll leave you to digest for a moment. Okay, so hopefully you pause the video and you try.
If you haven't paused the video, you do need to pause the video every so often.
You need to have a go.
Have a go yourself, otherwise what's the point?
Yeah, spoon feeding. No thanks. You're in year 12 now. So, we need to work out the percentage profit for 2018 in order to compare it to 2019.
We've been given this one, we need to work out this one.
Yeah, so I want to work out 2018. So I am taking in 66, I am spending 48.6, which means I am gaining quite a bit of money. I've got 17.4 million in profit. My revenue was 66. I'm going to times that by 100 and I'm going to get a profit of
26.
26 exactly.
0.4.
26.4%.
So
that's my percentage profit. That's pretty good. Percentage profit of 26.4 in 2018. In 2019, my percentage profit was 23.8.
Oh, we've dropped a bit.
So you would need to explain that you have dropped. That is comparing. You are got your two figures. You need to explain what has happened. The percentage profit has decreased in 2019 in comparison to 2018. If they wanted you to talk about a certain amount of context, if you knew more about the business.
I think you also maybe need to say how much it's decreased.
Yep.
So it's decreased by a certain amount, a certain percentage. Discuss that.
Discuss why, if they want a bit of context. Do you know more about this business? If this is part of a larger question, you could say why, and everything like that. But to compare, you mustn't just stop there. That's not comparing.
No. It's business studies. There's going to be words involved.
Yeah, we don't like words, but you know, you're all good with that. So, rearranging formulas. No, we're going to do graphs next.
We do rearranging formulas next, because then graphs at the end. Otherwise, we'll have to change twice, won't we?
Cool. Let's go with rearranging formulas. So, rearranging.
Oh, that doesn't say formula. Hang on. Do you know why?
Do you need to do a bit of rearranging?
I need to rearrange it. I just need to. I need to move that down.
Oh.
And I need to.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Is that
It's
better?
looking good now.
Is that better?
Now it's all rearranged.
You can always rearrange things. It's the best thing.
So we've taken something that we've already used today.
Yeah.
Profit equals revenue minus costs.
Yeah, we thought we'd start with something simple because we couldn't really find, Mr. Bogan, and this is a message for you, we couldn't really find any information on what you had to rearrange in business studies. We did ask you, we did send you an email, but we can't wait.
So, if we were given profit and costs, and we wanted to find revenue,
we could work out the revenue if we knew this and this by rearranging the formula.
Yeah,
simple.
So if we look at them in terms of P equals R minus C, I think that's just...
It makes it so much easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just easier.
Yeah.
If I want to rearrange this to make R the subject, you remember that kind of language from maths, okay? I need to get this C over on this side,
So you need to do the opposite of taking C away.
which is to plus C.
Add C to both sides.
So I'm going to plus C to both sides, and I'll find that profit plus cost will equal revenue. Okay, because that makes sense, doesn't it? However, what if it's a bit harder than that?
Okay.
What if I wanted, and I think this is where people trip up, what if I wanted to find
Costs?
cost?
Yeah.
Okay, so in order to get to cost, and I want cost by itself, not
Yep.
with a negative,
No,
I don't want
negative.
cost,
What's
I
negative
just want
cost?
cost. So if we, this is two-step,
Two-step, good. We like
Okay.
two-step.
so I'm going to plus C to both sides,
Mhm.
so that I've now got a positive C.
Yep.
And I've now got profit plus cost equals revenue. I now want to remove
You want to remove the P.
the P.
And leave the C on its own.
I need this to go away.
Do you like it? Oh,
Just
okay.
going to
Just
move
bring
him
it
down over
Be
there for
careful
the
with him,
moment.
because we need him in a minute.
We need him back.
Okay.
So
Now you're going to subtract P from both sides.
So cost would be revenue minus the profit.
Yeah. We should have all done this in maths, even at foundation level. We should all do this. No one should have to say to Mr. Bogan, "Oh, I don't really know how to rearrange a formula," because that is very, very simple. The language that we just used, doing the opposite, doing the same to both sides, rearranging a formula. All of you should be able to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and don't be confused just because it's words. You have these in science as well. You can make them letters and then just move them as you normally would.
Okay, I'm going to take that back out, just because it's now getting in the way, and
Move this guy
move
back
this
up.
back up.
Okay, so
Give
as we
yourself-
were talking about, we were doing opposite operations there.
Oh.
Your pen
My
does
pen's,
not
I think
enjoy.
my pen's
Oh,
dying. Oh.
mine-
Oh, that's why.
Ah.
Oh, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
Oh, we're stuck with the board. Board malfunction. Board malfunction. There we go. There we go.
Okay, so opposite operations is what we were using up there anyway. We were
Yep.
using plus to minus, okay,
We thought
times to divide.
we would add something a little bit more difficult in. Just
So
to remind you what
plus and minus, times and divide, square and
square root.
cube, cube root, probably
That's
not going to come there. But there you go. They're your opposite operations.
So I want to start off by finding A. And at the moment, A is being multiplied by R squared. The opposite would be to divide by R squared. So I'm going to divide both sides by R squared. To divide, I'm going to write that there as well. Divide by R squared. So this side becomes P divided by R squared. And this side, well, the R squared and the R squared will cancel each other out. Just leave us with that.
Absolutely. And if I wanted to find R, so do you mind if I
Yeah, go for it. Hopefully they've written it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I want to find R, I first of all want to get rid of A. So just like what Mr. Casson just did, A times R squared. So to get rid of A, I do divide. So I'm going to divide by A. So I'm going to get P over A equals R squared. Now, I want R by itself. At the moment I have R squared. The opposite of squared is square root.
So you're going to square root both sides.
So I'm going to square root both sides.
And notice we square root everything on the side. Not just a little bit of it, not just the top, not just the bottom. All of it is square rooted, the whole side.
So I've got the square root of P over A. The whole thing is equal to R.
Beautiful.
Now this is similar to your compound interest formula.
Oh.
Okay, just so if you wanted to relate it to something.
Yep.
So it would be your total equals
Initial times the rate
to the power
of the number of years.
So you can see that there. P equals A times R squared. This is T equals I times R squared.
Turn. Beautiful.
Okay, that's it. Now we're going to move on to graphs.
File. Business. No grids. Grids. There we go.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so let's have a look. We're going to do. We're going to change sides.
It's good because I actually prefer this side.
Do you? I much prefer this side.
Which,
I prefer that side.
You know, it does make me sad that I have to stand on my backside the whole time. Girls, you understand.
Are you flirting with
this
the
This is my side. If I'm going to be in a group picture, this is the way I would stand. The girls will understand. Boys, none the wiser.
It's a bit sexist, but okay.
No, you know.
Right, this is my ice cream business that I'm also running on the side because, well, why not?
I've got the sandwich shop.
You've got the sandwich shop. Not doing well. In April. Okay, we've got kind of things weren't good in April. But you can say just 80 ice creams in January, 95 in February, 17th of March, and so on. These are my sales in that month. And I'm going to do a moving average. So first of all, what I've actually done is I've plotted those points on this graph. So I've got the months along the bottom, number of sales, and you can see that big dip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and smooth this curve out with a 3-point moving average. The number of points you use is entirely up to you. The more points you use, the less accurate the graph is. So a 10-point moving average is just, well, if I did a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, if I did an 8-point moving average, just give me 1 point. So 3-point, 4-point, 5-point, that's what we're kind of looking for. We're going to do a 3-point moving average. And what that means is I'm going to add up the first 3. I'm going to get Miss Cheeseman to do that because she's got a calculator behind her. I'm going to add up the first 3, divide by 3, and find out what the average of those 3 was. So I've got 80, 95, and 70 divided by 3 gives me
81.6 recurring.
81.6. And I'm going to plot it here on my table in the middle of those 3.
Like a midpoint.
Like a midpoint. If I had 4 points, so if I did 1, 2, 3, 4, it would effectively be between February and March. I'm going to plot my 81.6 on my graph, but I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to get all these done first. I've got 95, 70 and 20. Notice all I've done is shift along by 1. Haven't done those 3 and then those 3. I've done those 3 and then shifted along and done these 3. 95, 70 and 20.
61.6.
61.6, which I plotted underneath March because it's in the middle of February, March and April. Move along one more. 70, 20 and 88. Add them up, divide by 3.
59.3.
59.3. 20, 88 and 126.
78.
78. 88, 126 and 150.
121.3.
1.3, and the last one, 126, 150 and 180.
Such fun. 152.
152. Okay, now I'm going to plot those in a different colour, and I'm going to plot them on my original graph. I'm going to have to remember them. 81.6.
Do you want me to just whack them in my calculator?
What do you mean?
Like, just put the numbers in.
So instead of writing them on a piece of paper?
Yeah, because then we don't have to keep flipping back.
Okay.
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, got them.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
81.6.
So 81.6 was in February, because remember it was January, February, March. So I'm going to plot it at February. 81.6 is about there.
Then it's
Next one.
61.6.
Which I'm plotting in March. 61.6. Okay.
Then 59.3.
59.3. 40, 50. That's there. Yep.
78.
78. Coming back up. Yep.
121.3.
121. 121.
And
Oh, there's another one. Yeah.
152.
152. 152. Okay.
Yeah.
Straight lines. Let's get some straight lines. Put some
Straight
straight lines
lines.
in. So I'm going to plot those with straight lines. So we go now go boom, 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 boom.
Okay, so
So what we've done is we've
it.
smoothed the curve out. If
So
I
you know
use-
that there's a general dip, but then it
yeah, then it
repairs
increases.
itself.
Now if I did a 5-point moving average, this would be even smoother. It would push it up.
Yeah.
But any more than that, and I'm starting to get into, well, it's just an average of the whole lot.
Yeah. So the next step is to draw a line of best fit, which is a straight line, one straight line, which shows the general trend of your data. So did the sales go up, did the sales go down, or did the sales stay the same? That's all you need to write. So you can see from January up to
I've got a ruler. August,
yeah,
July.
they have still increased.
I think that should say J, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it was confusing me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Oh.
because you're in lines.
Oh.
July.
Is
There
that
you go.
better?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
So the general trend is still that it is moving up.
I think so. And if we were thinking just about these points, line of best fit, well, it's going to be something like that.
Yeah, absolutely, that's what I would go
Notice
with.
I've got points above, I've got points below.
It's not a steep increase because you've had that dip in April, but it is still increasing.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's, you have to be able to draw that general line. You may have to draw it on a scatter graph as well, which
Yep.
is again very similar to GCSE, so that shouldn't deter you.
Shouldn't throw anyone, that one.
But it is a one general line. It does not have to go from the start of the graph to the end of the graph. It is a general trend to show what is happening with your
Trend.
business.
Important word in business, trend. So it is a trend line.
And that's it.
That's it. We're
Brilliant.
done. Thanks so much.
Enjoy
Are we
business.
are we
kids.
exiting different ways or?
I'm going to go that way.
I'm going to go that way.
Okay, well, see
Okay.
you later.
Bye then.
Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-ba-doo-dum.